November 2025 diet. As we are all aware, that this diet actually marks the first diet that ICAN are changing their syllabus and restructuring the courses across each level in order to really meet up with the economic, that in order to actually meet up with the standard of the what economy. I am Oriyomi Kasali, popularly known as Emperor Yomite, simply called Yomite. And I shall be your major driver, the key driver for this case study lecture. I always have one way that I normally tell my participants: trust your system to the fullest and give it a try. Okay, I want you to know that case study is one of the most easiest course to pass, irrespective of the challenges that you might have had. I want to reassure you that case study is actually the most easiest course to pass. However, it has a structure, it has its dynamism, and it requires understanding, application, and practice for you to actually succeed in the case study class. Yes, ideally in every first class of mine, I normally ask people their expectation at the end of the diet for this class. Many may actually think we are just a joker or we are just playing. And that is why I actually dropped that for us on the platform, so that we can actually save that time during the course of our lecture. And I can see that most of you actually have high expectation. It is never a fat hope. It is actually a target. But there's one thing that I normally ask: what do you aim if you go to a river to fish without hook? Are you aiming for anything? The answer is no. You have a reflex or rifle, or what do you call it? And you never put the trigger. What do you aim? Zero. You said if you want to achieve this, and you are not actually working in that path, then it's going to become a fat hope. I can see that the least score that I have, based on the question that I asked on the platform, I have a least score of 60%, which actually make me very happy. Because some people will just say, make I shall pass 50. No, I shouldn't have that kind of people in my group, because it goes beyond make I shall pass 50. Now, are we not aware that even when the pass mark is much higher, examiner always look for a way to reduce the pass mark? I'm not confirming that to you for ICAN, but I can tell you that let's use what is real with what is unreal to actually forecast the future. This is to let you know, I have a score of 95%, which is coming from someone I will not mention. I love that. I have score of 85, 90 respectively. I love all that. You will see that I actually clap for all of you, right? It's because it is achievable, and I believe you can if you definitely set your mind to achieve that. And over time, I have produced many candidates that actually have higher score and even the best in case study over the past diet. And yours will also not be an exception. But please, it goes beyond just typing or just mentioning or just hoping. It must be work. You have to work towards it. During the course of our lecture for today, we shall be introducing ourselves to case study and report structure. But before I start, let me just ask you, I will want you to actually signify by raising your hand. And you can type it. Sir, what of us say me 120? Chukwuka, you've started, right? Age of 4. That is one of my love. Yeah, it's my love from skills level. I love him so much. But he always make the class so lively. Yes, but nothing like 120%. It is 100. But we can have 120% practical. That is achievable. Thanks so much for that. So Let's get started. Like I said, during the course of my class, please, I do not like someone to be shy in answering questions. Whatever you have in the mind, pour it out for me. Case study is all about discussion. Let us discuss. Let's talk. During the talking, during the discussion, you are going to be having more understanding of what we want to do. And my dear, it starts here. It starts here. Okay. Another thing that I also want to mention is that whatsoever that your mind can conceive, signify by raising your hand, and I'm going to call you, I'm going to identify you if the time permits, but I don't really take more than 3-5 question marks during the course of the lecture so that we wouldn't bug ourselves much. In few seconds, can somebody, he or she, tell me, can somebody tell me what he or she understand by case study? What do you know about case study? Or what is your own understanding about case study? Anybody signify? Anybody? I know how to call name in case you don't know. I can call name. Where are we stepping out? Don't give me the definition that I gave you in my book. Otherwise, I know how to knock people. You can put it in a chat box. You can signify. Nobody is raising hand. Definitely, we are going to postpone today's class. Are we ready for that? What do you understand by case study? Anybody? What do you understand by case study? Anybody? What do you understand by case study? Signify by raising your hand. Then, all right. Thank you, Dalatu Tijani. Dalatu, what do you understand by case study? Talk to us. Dalatu, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, tell us, what do you understand by case study?
Okay, sir.
Okay, I think
case study
is nothing but
study of a practical scenario. Let me say practical financial scenario applicable in a kind of theoretical manner.
Applicable in a kind of theoretical manner. Very good, but you can do better. Thanks so much for that. Olasunbo, through the chat box, says that case study is a case or situation that requires analysis and recommendation. Good. Adaize says that I think it is all about, don't think, be specific. It is all about applying the knowledge from other courses and representing it in a report. Yes and no. It is not about applying the knowledge from other courses. Case study has its own. Okay. However, I love the fact that you are representing it in a report because every analysis shall be represented in a single report. Sunday Ajayi says examining a scenario and analyzing the situation, providing a recommendation. Yeah, very good. I love the fact that you are examining a scenario, you are analyzing the situation, and you are providing a recommendation. But after recommendation, are you not going to do your judgment before recommendation? That's the only thing that is missing there, Sunday. However, thanks so much for that. Kelechi says that analyzing and interpreting a set of scenario. Yes, that's fine. To gain better understanding, exactly, and provide solutions and recommendation. Walla walla. I like that, Kelechi. Thank you so much. Who is also raising hand for me over there? Chiamaka, you have the floor. Unmute yourself, Chiamaka.
Case study to me is a detailed or practical scenario used to assess a candidate's ability to apply theoretical knowledge to real-life business challenges, analyze financials or non-financial data, and provide professional.
You are reading syllabus for me. Chiamaka. That's syllabus. I don't want that. I want your own understanding. That's how I work. Okay. Go back. What you read, summarize it in your own language, and Resignify by raising your hand. I will call you back. Okay? Thanks so much for that, Chiamaka. Okay? Everybody, I'm sorry, the way I work, I really, no matter the text, no matter the distance, I gave it the note, I want it from you. Talk to me. I wouldn't mind if this is only what we can achieve in a class. I promise you, you will work and you will work. Okay, Amsa Suru. Amsa, you have the floor. Thanks so much. Talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Don't greet me. I don't answer greetings. So.
Okay, case study requires the student to analyze a real-life scenario question, propose solution, and make recommendation to the examiner. To my understanding.
Thank you so much. But I want you to know that you have actually limited your own definition to the examiner. However, case study actually goes beyond that. But I love the fact that we examine a situation and you provide solution as mentioned. Please permit me. Kenneth from the chat box says that it is the report written while examining the case in an organization using model to analyze the result. Thank you, Kenneth. But after analyzing the result, what about making a judgment and recommendation? That is missing. However, Wala, I like that. I today said it's a scenario you want to know more about. Lesson from the scenario and application of the lesson learned. Yes, but it is not just about scenario you want to know about. It is about the scenario that has actually occurred, in which you are actually analyzing in order for you to get to the root of the situation. Then make your own judgment and recommendation to the concerned organization. Thank you so much. Rama said, is the analysis and interpretation of situation that's represented in a report? Yes, wala. That is also okay. But before you analyze a report, you must first of all what? Examine it. Thanks so much. Chiamaka, I love you. Coming back again strongly. Chiamaka said it's a detailed story or situation about the company. Yes, but that is not enough. After getting a detailed information about the company, you are expected to analyze the company, make your judgment and recommendation in order to correct the anomalies of that company. What do we call anomalies? What the company is not really doing right is what we call anomalies. Or a practical business scenario. God bless you. Used to text the candidate ability. No. I don't want a candidate, because case study goes beyond just the candidate. As a professional in your organization, you can actually analyze the scenario of your company, make a judgment and recommendation to your organization. And you are never a candidate, but a staff of that company. However, wala. I love the fact that you said you apply business knowledge to a real life situation and make a professional recommendation. I love you for that. Yanu says that a case study is a detailed one, in-depth examination. I love the fact in-depth, because you have to go to the root of the situation of a particular individual, yes, group, yes, event, yes, situation, yes, organization or phenomenon over a period of time. And it is used to explore and understand complex issue in a real life situation. And I'm not going to keep me with English today. Now me find it and now me they give photo. Kenneth, thank you so much, Yanu. That is wonderful. Kenneth said, is there, Kenneth, no kill me now. You've said one already. Thanks so much, everybody. I think we have all tried, and I really love this. This actually tells that you are really prepared for the class, and you are ready to use your knowledge during the course of the class. And do you know what this means? It means that whenever I'm coming to the class, I know I already have some informed professional. So I will not really want to do anyhow, because I know you're going to knock me if I do rubbish. Okay, that is what this actually means. Oh, as you have it on your lecture notes, I want you to know that every approved public holiday, be expecting class for any of my class that will be having me. I don't have public holiday, and you too, your public holiday, you'll be spending it with me. So my dear, let's introduce ourselves to the case study. Based on what you have all said, none of you is actually looking at the pack, and all of you are giving me the definition, or you are giving me the meaning or the understanding of the case study based on the word case and the word study. And I am very pleased that you were able to at least give me some reasonable responses, which will actually go a long way. But let's go from the word case itself. When we say case Case means to find. Case means to seek. When you are seeking knowledge, when you are researching, when you are actually looking at a situation, when you are studying a situation, when you are looking at, you will see that a case has actually been extracted from an English word. When you go to a police station, they will say there is a case. When you go to a court, you will see that what is the case number. When you go to a district, you will see case, case, case. I can call it a borrowed word from the law. What is a case? A case is actually a situation, an event, an occurrence that happened. That's what we really call a case. You will see that for God so loved the world, if one is having an issue with anybody and it leads to any legal action, the next thing we are having a case. What is that case? It is what has happened. But for the course of our class, it is actually a scenario that actually model real life situation. It does not mean that it happens to me, it happens to you, but it happens in our environment. What is our environment? I'm talking of our macroeconomic environment, which is our what? Nigeria, which is Nigeria, our dear country. Anything that happens, irrespective of the organization, it is really from their own activities that we are extracting the case from. That is why a case actually provides you a scenario that model real life situation. What does this mean? It means that everything you will be doing is never a fabricated information, but what? An information that happens. Not happening, no. It would have happened before I can give it to you. It's not what is just happening, but it is what actually happened. That's why we say it's model a real life situation. And the case itself, your work there is, it gives a detailed analysis of a what hypothetical business scenario, that is a real model of a business situation in which you, as a candidate that is writing the case study exam, we will use it to test your own ability, both theoretically and practically. And this simply means that in case study, you are not only to stick to the book. Your knowledge, your idea, your brain is very useful and needed, required in this case. You are not going to the case study exam partially. You are going there fully. Fully in the sense that what we have given to you in the book and what you also have upstairs, as we normally say. So for every case study exam, it will focus on assessing your ability to analyze and resolve a complex business issue in a what? Take note, practical scenarios. That is, the case study exam that you are going to do, it will focus on your ability to analyze and solve problems. Which problem will you be solving? A problem of organization using your what? Practical experience. You are not saying using the book experience. Based on your judgment, yes, case study is all about problem solving. Case study is about problem solving and what? Recommendation. But before you recommend, you have to make your judgment. If you see an auditor is going to tell you that based on the audited financial statement submitted before me, I hereby conclude that. And after that, auditors, what do you normally have? You now put value added service, which we will call value added statement. That is for every problem that you've analyzed, remember there will be a management stuff. In your management report, you will put issue identified, risk profile, that is, what is the rate of the risk. Then you now say management comment. You now put suggestion there. What is the suggestion? Maybe shortage of inventory or inventory overload. You just say that it is advisable to be using inventory management system. Simply put, that means you identify a problem in that organization. You have already made your judgment that this is actually affecting their cash flow. And you make a recommendation that they should implement a proper inventory control system. That actually makes a good problem solving. In case, a case is actually a multidisciplinary in nature because it does not only focus on one course. Whatever you've done in foundation, whatever you've done in skills level, whatever you might have done or you'll be doing in other courses at your professional, everything joined, combined in case. It only draws some issues, some attentions from other subjects, but it's actually a stand-alone course on its own. It is not depending on any of the courses, neither on SFM, nor PM, nor FR, nor SFM, nor CR, nor SBR, rather, nor attacks. However, you can find the element of these courses we've mentioned in case study. But when we get there, you shall cross. However, everything you are doing in case study, you have to provide them in a single report. And I want you to know that case study exam always take 4 hours. 4 hours. If you ask those who has actually passed through the case, they will tell you that for those that know something to write, the 4 hours is not enough. Many of us, when you are writing SBR, you are writing advanced taxation. You even say that the timing that is given to you is too much. But in case study, when you see 4 hours, you'll be like, what will I be sitting and be doing for 4 hours? That's too much now. By the time you enter the exam hall and you are writing, you will see 4 hours that looks like 40 minutes. And you'll be demonstrating that during the course of the class. However, in order for us to have a good rapport, for us not to fight, submit my assignment in due time and use the appropriate lecture notes. My anointed writing material, I repeat, is higher education note or that big note that looks like higher education note. I don't accept this exercise book. No. Then with your calculator and ink pen. All right, my dear all, ICAN case study actually take a new dimension, which I call a twist, effective from November 2019. That is why I have asked you to download your Pathfinder from November 2019 to May 2025. In November 2019, ICAN actually signed MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with ICAN, Institute of Chartered Accountants, England and Wales. And this has resulted to additional information being added to the paper. You'll be surprised that by the time ICAN were changing their syllabus for this November 2025, case study was not touched. Isn't that a surprise? No, because they have already revised the case study to the what? Standard, what do we call this thing? To the standard already, to the global standard already. As a result, nothing to be revised there. The other thing that you are going to meet is they will be hitting you hard with the real life scenarios, which will keep testing your understanding on various areas of the world syllabus. Effective from November 2019, I can start giving a pre-scene, which will come out at least 2 weeks to the exam, and the remaining paper on scene You are going to find it during the exam day. Then in November 2019, ICAN increased from the initial 15 pages to 27 pages by adding additional 12 papers to the ICAN case study paper. But my dear all, don't be afraid, because I'm going to give you pre-scene 2 weeks to the exam. This pre-scene, we are going to be analyzing it together. You are going to make your research so that by the time you get to the exam, or at least 70% of the burden has been lifted. Now, put down your understanding of the class, then do the do and have your way. Okay, let's go into the case study proper. When we talk about a case study, we have said that it's analyze and report a real-life situation of an organization or a what? Client business. You don't know that you chartered accountant, you are also an advisor to every organization. Tell me, how organization can survive without an accountant? We are actually their lifeblood. Nothing they can do without us. That is why I'm very much proud of my profession. If you like, say that you don't need a financial accountant. Now we go audit you. Without auditor auditing your book, you are not recognized. And if you are not recognized, all those your business that you are doing, government agency will come for you, they will yank off all your money. So you can never do without an accountant. Tell me any advice that does not go financial. That is why accountant, you are also a business advisor. And the objective of this case study exam is for you to produce a single report. Okay, but the single report that are going to be producing will analyze the company's problem, both financial and non-financial, while you are going to be giving judgment, conclusion, and recommendation to the management of the what company, whether internal company or your clients. I will say that I want you to understand that case study exam does not only require theoretical, it requires you to demonstrate your professional ability and skills to respond to a business scenario with your accounting and financial issues at its core competency. When I say core competency, I mean that all your accounting and finance knowledge should be what? Accurate. Everything should just be what? Accurate. And I really want you to know that this case study exam, like we said, is a stand-alone course. However, it is drawing knowledge from, oh my God, I'm going to correct this, man. It's drawing knowledge from your what? SBR, from your FR, from your PM, your SFM, FM, and the likes. In a nutshell, it's drawing knowledge across all your other courses. So in order to excel in case study exam, the following are required. 1, your analytical skill. We are not actually in the, what can I call it? We are not actually working for your organization alone, whereby you will say that I'm only working on the decks. The other one is not required. You must be able to analyze data. That's why your analytical skills is required. You should be able to analyze data, identify the issues in the data you have analyzed. Then you will draw judgment and what? Conclusion based on the data that you might have what? Analyzed. I will say that I gave you some data. You're looking at a financial statement like this, and you cannot even tell us that this is what is really missing and this is what is not missing. You are not a good analyst. You will agree with me that when I'm addressing you, I call you dear case analyst. Because you will be analyzing problem. Yes. You are going to be analyzing what? Problem. And you will not only be analyzing, you will be drawing conclusion. Every accountant are expected to have an inquisitive mind. If your might tell you this, query it. If your boss tell you that, query it. Otherwise, one will just find himself being an anchor behind the bar. Because when people know that you are not actually inquiring their transaction, they're going to take advantage of you. And don't forget, I mentioned earlier that accountants are actually the lifeblood of every organization. So my dear all, everything we are doing in the course of the class is not just in Ngati, it's not just play. I really want you to know that everything actually related to whatsoever you might be doing in your organization. That is why when I give you assignment, you can also do the same for your company. And often now, many organizations are even looking for a competent person that can forecast their financial statement for them. Let's go. Critical thinking is the other one. You should be able to develop a critical thinking. By what? You evaluate an information. Remember, you already analyze your data, but data are just figure. And figure alone cannot make a good information. You will also look at other information that are related to the data. For example, I put revenue 20 million. Now me put revenue 20 million, no. And when you go to the note to the financial statement, I put it that 15 million has been generated through what do we call this transaction? Has been generated through, let's say, real estate transaction, and I engage in agricultural business. If you analyze the 20 million data without taking the information into consideration, you will be wrong. That is why when you are given 20 million revenue, you must ask a question. How does this 20 million generated? Now you want to evaluate the data that you have been given, which we call information evaluation. By the time they are telling you, or they are giving you information relating to those figures as to how it is being gotten, you will see some that don't supposed to form some headings in which they are wrongly classified into headings. For example, depreciation. You just see depreciation, and your company are having some factory, and you see depreciation. You should ask information that this depreciation, how is it gotten? We have factory. How much is the machine that we use in the factory? How much are the machinery that we use in the office? This will enable you to classify your depreciation accurately. The one that's supposed to go into your direct cost as part of cost of sales should be that of the factory. You take it there. The one that's supposed to form part of your admin expenses, you take it there. But some people do not know. Depreciation is depreciation. They just take everything to admin expense. But you are an accountant, an informed one. By the time you evaluate the information of the data you have, you'll be able to make informed decisions. Another skills that require is problem-solving skills. My boss, right from when I was an intern, will tell me, Yomi, don't be coming to me with problem. When you are coming with a problem, you should have a suggested solution. So each time I want to go there, I would have looked at I will just sit, look at the problem. Then in my mind, I would have written down my suggested solution because I know it's going to ask me, now you brought problem. What do you think? So you should not just be taking problem to people. You should also develop some problem-solving skills, which are, since you have already identified the problem, what do you think can be done? Do you think your boss is just an island of knowledge? No. Your boss may not even have the solution. You may even be the one that will have the solution. But if you do not understand the relevance of data and information, there's no way you'll be able to solve a problem or develop a problem-solving skills. Another thing is, in order for you to analyze your data, in order for you to think critically, in order for you to have a problem-solving mind, you need some data that we use for analysis. Now, what types of data will you use for analysis? Not every data, not every tools goes with every data. You have to select an appropriate tools to analyze your data and information. Otherwise, we'll be analyzing wrongly. Let's say that you are given 1,500 entries in Excel, and you are asked, maybe you are asked to group them according to whatever, and you want to be doing it one by one. How long will that take you? You will sleep on it now. But when you know that if I use VLOOKUP, I can use VLOOKUP to just group everything at a time, I'm going to get the total value. Yes, VLOOKUP is a good analytical tools in that. But instead I need to use VLOOKUP, you now say you want to use, what do we call this thing? You now want to use SUMIF. That is from frying pan to gutter. It doesn't jive. The same thing is applicable in case. We are coming there. We will get there whereby you are going to see the appropriate tool we'll be using for each of the data. Not all data can be used for something, even though some are identical in nature. Another thing is financial management skill, every other skills that you may have. But my dear you are required to demonstrate your competence in practical complex business scenario and increase your chances of success in the ICAN case study exam. One most important thing that I normally tell my participants is that with case study, every other course is easy. Because of what? In case study, you already have all the mindsets that you are taking there. Why wouldn't every other course be easy for you? You are doing SFM, and they give you project-specific cost of capital. And I'm like, okay, this is a problem. Which tool will I use to solve it? Are you not solving a problem? You are. Let's go to CBA, competency-based assessment key. Are we still together? If you are alive, just type yes for me on the chat box. Let me know that you are really following. Are we together or network has yanked me off? Okay, no hands being raised. Okay, thank you, Olajumoke, Kelechi, Sunday, Chiamaka. Thank you all. Let's go to CBA. My dear all, it is worthy of note that case study do not actually have a right or wrong answer. Yes, I am 100% right to tell you that. However, there's a way the examiner mark. We say something does not have right or wrong answer. How will they not mark it? Is it everybody that sits that pass? No. Is it just about writing? No. It is about what? It is about a CBA. That's what I call it. Competency-based assessment key. CBA is actually a reference that the examiner uses in marking your paper in the case study exam. And everybody is required to demonstrate a technical knowledge in which mark shall be awarded in the contest and in solving the given problem. Okay, why this? Is because case study do not have right or wrong answer. And your answer may be different from each other, but they will look synonymous because everybody are answering the same question. How do we now know if I'm competent or not? To be competent or not, to be competent, you have to, one, show a sufficient evidence. Have you actually watched a court proceeding? Especially all of us that we like watching What do they call Shana K-drama? We they call this Korean movie, or what do we call it? All the K-drama, all my women in the house. You will see that when you are fighting, you need evidence. You go to the court, and then objection, my lord. I hereby satisfy that what this person is saying is very wrong. Objection overruled. Where is your evidence? By what we have, you now present it. The same thing. In order for you to excel in case study, you have to show sufficient evidence. But what is the evidence that you are going to be showing? We shall be examining that during the course of our class. Okay? Sorry, I have an assistant lecturer in the building. Okay. Another one is you have to carry out appropriate analysis. What is the appropriate analysis? I said earlier that our case study is 101% practical. You will always need your calculator in class. No doubt about that. And we will be punching the calculator. Sorry, that is the term I use for pressing. You punch it. After that, you have to make informed judgment, no matter the evidence you've shown, no matter the calculation you've shown. Without conclusion and recommendation, your report is incomplete. It is from your judgment that you are going to make adequate conclusion and what? Recommendation. Having said that, how do they now mark? That takes us to skill assessment boxes. My dear all, most people that know your might will tell you that your might is full of 8 skill boxes. And you too, it is coming. Wait for it. Because we will get there. When we say 8 skill boxes, examiner don't just mark, as we said earlier. They mark objectively. Using your what? Competency-based assessment key. But that competency-based assessment skill, assessment key has been developed using your what? 8 skill boxes. Using your what? 8 skill boxes. And the reason for using the skill boxes to mark you is because there's no wrong or right answer. You could see that in capital letter, bold, even though not underlined. And these 8 skill boxes, if you ask me where my strength lies, I will tell you is these 8 skill boxes. Okay, note the following, everybody, while we are coasting up on our lesson 1. For every case study that we'll be having, there will be just 2 requirements. Requirement 1 and requirement 2, in which the mark shall be awarded. And this we will also be demonstrating during the course of our class. Know that anything that I tell you, we will practice it. Yes. Case study is not just reading notes without you seeing it. You will see, you will feel. And your hand will write, and your hand will feel it. I assure you that. Also, there are complete SQ boxes for each of the requirements. I said 1. We have 2 requirements in every case. Each of the requirements have what? 8 skill boxes. Requirement 1, 8 skill boxes. Requirement 2, 8 skill boxes. Aside from that, executive summary is one of the key elements of case study, and it has 5 skill boxes. Executive summary, 5 skill boxes. I will say that. Is that the only thing we are doing? No. There's additional 4 multidisciplinary skills. Your competency, your report writing, and the rest have what? 4 skill boxes. 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. 20 plus 5, 25. In total, we have 25 skill boxes. And each of the box, that is 1 box, have 4 marks. Each of the box have what? 4 marks. How many boxes do we say we have? 25. If each box have 4 marks, it means 25 times 4. Who knows the answer? 25 times 4 is what? Who knows the answer? 25 times 4 is what? Aye, we are sleeping.
100.
100. Thank you,
100.
Mary, Sunday, Uzoma. I can see your chart. 25 times 4 is 100. You see why I said case study is 100%? Now, everything is 100. What is the pass mark in ICAN? What is the pass mark? Random question.
50.
50. Thank you, everybody. I can see the chat box. Sarah, pass mark. Okay, Sarah, pass mark is not 100 though. I know you are referring to the total 100. Mary, thank you. Kelechi, thank you. And Sunday, thank you. The pass mark is 50. Tell me why you should not pass case study. Tell me why you will not pass case study. If you actually examine everything and you understand our discussion in the class, please, my dear all, if there's something you are going to be gifting me as my birthday gift that will make me and you to be friends forever, is understanding everything we are doing in the class. If there's something you are not understanding, don't be shy. I think I started with that. I love openness. I can come again 1 million times if the time permits. So far, that's going to make you to understand our discussion. And we are going to be wearing the same trouser. If you really want to be dragging us back without doing your tax. So please pay attention to whatsoever we are doing in the course of the class. In case study, I don't joke with anybody. And this diet, unlike last diet, you'll be writing more reports. Reason, ICAN are now going unpredictable. Though God has been helping us and God will continue to help us in our forecast. It is never by doing. For whatsoever, we also need to be one step ahead of ICAN. And to be that one step ahead of ICAN, please understand every discussion we are doing. Tell me, come again, I will. But if you understand and you say yes, and you come and give me rubbish, I will rubbish you. I know how to disgrace someone, no? So don't think I'm not gentle. Don't think I'm gentle. Don't mind me. I'm gentle in some part, but I'm not that gentle. Okay, in total, Kayode, thank you so much for that. In total, we have 100 skill boxes, and the pass mark is just 50. How do they now award mark, which is where I want to focus attention on? Many may be thinking, I don't understand this. Yes, I will come again. Chiamaka, thanks so much for voicing out. Yes, I'm checking the platform, everybody, and I can confirm to you that I'm following up. Okay? Chiamaka and everybody, in case study, we only have 2 requirements. Requirement 1, requirement 2. I will tell you a diet where I can even split the requirement to 3, and I will tell you why it is 2, but they mistakenly call it 3. They are coming there. That's why I said we are going to be doing the practical. And you'll be writing more report this diet. Trust me. The only thing I want from you is don't carry forward any discussion. Okay? There will be 2 requirements. Requirement 1, requirement 2. Requirement 1 carries 8 skill boxes. Requirement 2 have 8 skill boxes. Executive summary have 5 skill boxes. MDS, multidisciplinary skill, have, I call it MDS, have 4 skill boxes. Altogether, 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. 20 plus 5, that is 25. Mark, you will still see it down there. Mark for each box is what? 4. This one is 4. Total is 32. This one is 4. Total is 32. This one is 4. Total is 20. This one is 4. That is 16. If you add everything together, that is 100. 25 times 4, 100. Okay. So to now have your pass mark, we only need 50. But I never, and I don't think I have that person here that will aim low. Me, Seb, I never aim low. Yes. I aim say tomorrow I will be the Nigerian president in 2027. If I lie, check out for me. You will see my poster. Shall vote for me. Now me want sit Tinubu. If I lie, check me in 2027. You will see I will be the Nigerian president. No be joke you. So, how are this mark being awarded? This is the aspect I want you to focus on. 1, there's always the use of term SA. SA means superior achievement. What is superior achievement? We have it down there to explain. Because be my VP, Kayode, I love you. Thank God I don't have VP. Love fairly. Which party are we using? We will announce our party later. Okay. Superior achievement. When we say superior achievement, or for you to actually have superior achievement in case study, you must understand the case, provide sufficient evidence, and give a point not less than 4 points. Each point for each mark. Then you will have superior achievement. Next one is CA. CA is ICAN Progressive Congress. Thank you, Kayode. That is IPC. Noted. Next one is competent achievement, CA. When we say competent achievement, it means you understand the case, you provided sufficient evidence, but you only give 3 points. 3 points, 3 marks. Don't forget, each point for each mark. Below, it means you understand the case, you are not giving sufficient evidence, and your points are also low, 2 marks. Non-competent. You do not understand the case, you are not giving a sufficient evidence, you make a shy right, you are just writing case, even though you are trying to be giving some points, but your points are not well related. Non-competent, 1 mark. Void is you do not understand the case, you are completely out of the point, they are asking you they are asking you case related to Nigeria, you are already in Canada, see yourself inside that snow. That is void, is 0. My dear, it is worthy of note to let you know that I have had a candidate that told me that the score being given in the exam is just 2. Yes, overall 2. And the question is, how come? I have done this, I have done that. That is why you really need to understand how marks are being awarded. Yes, something might have been missing, whatever might have gone wrong. But first, check in word. Yes. During my time at which we are writing ICAN, I normally tell people when I got to these aspects. Then, nothing like pre-seen and unseen. So jokingly, we were just joking on the platform, and somebody were like, imagine, ICAN cannot even pity my ink. Why would they give me 10 in case study? I mean, like 10, it's not possible. And somebody say, you where you're supposed to even thank God, you get 10, you know, rejoice. What about me that got 6? I mean, like 6? How is that possible? And somebody say, you better thank God. We say, don't tell me we have a score that's less than 6. So somebody said I scored 3. You know, it is after exam, and we're laughing. And somebody said, you got 3, you are not happy. That's how everybody just shouted. Don't tell me we even have a score that's less than 3. To God who created heaven and earth. Somebody said he scored 1 in the exam. Now ask me, has the person not write anything? Did the person just appear and just submit his book like that? The answer is no. But when you do not understand what you are doing, it is possible. Don't say it is not. That is why Case study requires attention, understanding, and application. Pay attention to what matters. Leave that which does not matter. And the allocation, I said, note. This means that for every skill box, you must give at least what? 4 points. Okay? Chukwuka, you don't start. How do you get 120 for 25 times 4? At least you must give 4 points in order for you to earn what? 4 marks. Please take note of this. Give 4 points in order for you to earn your what? 4 mark. And this is the breakdown, everybody. Executive summary carries 20 marks. Requirement 1 carry 32 marks. That is 8 box. Thank God that I have this table. Appendix, all those calculations that you normally do, only carry 4 marks for requirement 1, 4 marks for requirement 2. All those calculations, if you like, use 7 and 8 to do your calculation. It doesn't add up much. Just that without it, you cannot write your report. So please, everybody, what we have said about superior achievement can be found beneath your what? Your allocation mark. I said you need to have I said candidates have to show that they have understood the requirements and has provided relevant evidence at least 4 points. What I have just explained, everything is also here. Now, how do we write a report? This always be my first assignment and the starting point of every case study report. How do we write reports? If you look at the topic for today, I said understanding case study. I really want to believe that we now understand case study and what is expected from us. Expected from us is what I want you to strengthen yourself on, which is the grade allocation or mark allocation as given. The second thing is what? Report structure. I mentioned earlier, case study is not just about write book full. That is the language I used. Write book full. It's not just about writing. It is about understanding what you are writing, analyze effectively, then make your informed judgment. How do we now write a report? Permit me to say that in case study, we have 6 steps or 6 things that we do in case study. They include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please confirm to me that you can see my screen in real time. Are you seeing my screen in real time? I see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or not? Okay, yes. Thank you. Thank you. I can see that. The reason is this aspect we are now. You should not just be listening, but you also have to be seeing it. I have my report. Report is divided into 6 stages, or you call it 6 steps. The first one is cover page. Second, executive summary. Third is introduction. 4 is requirement 1. 5 is requirement 2. 6 is appendices. Now, let's explain all these before we move to the other one, because this actually concludes our lesson 1 for today. Cover page. Cover page is just the front page that everybody sees in every book that gets attracted to be read. For a cover page, in case study, there are 2 types of reports that we have. Cover page has been factored into MDS. Jane, it also have mark. Your mark starts from the cover page. It's part of the MDS we mentioned. Thanks so much for asking. In case study, we have 2 types of reports. 2 types of reports. The 2 types of reports are 1, internal report. We shall be discussing this in lesson 2. 2 external reports. It's because we need it here. That is why we are discussing it. If you see that arrow, see my arrow. 1 internal, 2 external. If your report is internal report, it's going to take a format of memo format. If it is external report, it's going to take a firm's letterhead format. That is a letterhead format, form of letterhead. Let me ask you a question. What differentiates letterhead from memo? Anybody? What differentiates letterhead from memo? How do we get the letterhead? You will do, you have the letterhead already with you, Kelechi. You will get the letterhead. Okay? Okay, let me ask a general question for a general response, or a random question for a random response. Did letterhead always have logo or name of the company? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Did memo always have either name of the company or logo of the company? Yes or no?
No.
Kelechi,
No.
Sundays.
No, only the name. Oh,
It
only
does,
the
but it's
name.
not
It might be
compulsory.
name.
No.
Only the name.
Your company internal memo does not have the company name or the company logo.
It has name, but not logo.
Only the name, sir.
Only the name.
Only the names,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It doesn't have the logo.
No.
But does it
Our
have
own
the
doesn't have
names?
My
logo.
company has
Yeah,
both.
it has
So
name.
My own company have logo, have name. Some company
Our
have
own
only
only
logo,
have
no name.
only
Some company
our
have
own
name
has
without
name.
logo.
That is internal.
Okay. That is why I said either logo or name. Did it have one? If the answer is yes, it means they are the same in terms of logo and name. Are we agreeing on that? Are we agreeing on that? Answer me.
yes.
Answer me. Let's talk now. Leave chat. Yeah, let's talk. Leave chat. Let's talk. Sunday says yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if
Yes,
you're agreeing
sir.
on that, let's know that whether it is internal or external,
Or
both
external.
of them will have either name of the company or logo of the company. Have you seen that? Let's say yes. That is one. Another thing. Another thing. Are we together? Another thing. If the answer is yes,
Yes.
some people has forgotten. You see what we are saying? Adio Babatunde, you forgot you are in class. Next. If both are having the name of the company or the logo of the company, what can then differentiate internal from external? I hold my letterhead like this, or I hold my company letterhead like this. Forget say they write internal memo or external memo. Forget that. Forget that they write internal memo or external memo. Let's assume that we are just having a plain sheet. I mean a plain text. We are having a plain text. Forget say they write internal memo or external memo. If you are having a plain text on it, how do we know that this one is internal, this one is external? We have somebody. Either by text or by talk. Tell me. Kelechi says that internal, you are writing to your boss. No.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
I think while letterheaded are open formal, memos are coincides and a kind of informal communication within an environment.
Okay. Why the external will be formal? No.
Somehow,
Both are formal. That does not jive. Both are formal. Olajumoke says the edits. The edits does not differentiate them.
Hello, sir.
Okay. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
For external, let's say for
Yes.
example, you are looking at the university now. You have
Don't
the
give me
logo of the.
example. Don't give me example.
Okay.
Go straight. Sunday says that internal is for the management. If internal is for the management, external is for the what? For the board of director, right? Tell me where. It's not complete. Kayode says that the person you are directing it to, I can decide to direct it to my boss. Okay, that doesn't jive. I just said that internal doesn't carry recipient address. Why external will carry the recipient address? No, whether formal or informal, that is not it. I can decide not to even put the address. I can say, attention, Adio Babatunde, in my external report. I can decide to say that without even putting your address. I don't even know your address. I can just address it to your company. Okay. JMKD says that internal is for communication within the organization. Then what now happens to external? Okay, that is incomplete statement. Olajumoke says to whom the report is addressed. That doesn't jive. The address can be to whom anybody. Oh, yeah. Somebody is saying tell us. Tell us is not in my dictionary. I wasn't trained in that regard. The only thing is that, disclaimer, no, Emmanuel, both internal and external have disclaimer. Thank you, JMK. JMK has completed this for us. Internal memo is for internal communication, which is addressed to the management or in which the users are also working in that organization. But for external, it is for the client. The users are outside the business environment, or the users are outside where the report is being written. For example, if IoT is an organization and we are writing reports for the management of IoT, who am I? I'm a staff of IoT, internal report. But if it is actually for the external, IoT writing report to the ICAN, that can be external. That's only what distinguishes it. Okay? Internal memo is for the internal users. While letter head is for the external users. You will see that when they put an advert, internal communication. If your brother that is not working in your organization apply for that job, you are sacked. They are going to take a disciplinary action with you. How does the communication get outside the organization? That's why for the internal memo, they will write it underline, internal memo. And they will tell you that this advertisement is for internal communication. But for external, internal can apply, external can also apply. They will call it external communication. Okay? Go and check it very well. What do we need? We just have to identify whether a report is internal or external. I think if not today, in our next class, that is what we shall also be doing. However, we are going to be doing that today as well. Whether internal or external report, both of them we have to, title, prepare by, date, and what? Disclaimer. Whether internal or external report, both we have to, title, prepare by, date, and what? Disclaimer. Internal reports have disclaimer, and external report also have disclaimer. Take note of that. That is why I replied to Emmanuel that disclaimer is not the difference between the two. I haven't sort out the cover page. How does the cover page look like? Let's wait until we get to report writing, which is ultimately shall be the fifth lesson of our class, because we need. Let's go to the next step, executive summary. Are we ready? Executive summary. We have aim of the report or aims of the report. Why are you writing the report? What did your report really want to address? That's what we call aim of the report. What is your aim for ICAN? You all know. And that is why I ask you the aim. Your aim is not to pass. Okay? Your aim is to pass gallantly by scoring the highest score in all your papers. Okay? If you say to pass, don't just to pass. Not all winning, one is really happy about. You should have a winning that will make you happy. God give me money, and you didn't specify. God now give you 10,000. You are not saying, why will you give me 10,000 when you can give me 1 million? Maybe you say, make I give you anything. You mention. You didn't mention now. You want job. You didn't specify. You now see work. You don't have time again. You are not complaining the work is too much. Nobody ask for a job. Why can't you ask for less job, more money? Let's continue. You must define your aims accurately. Next, method of analysis. What are the methods you'll be using to analyze your report? This is also required under executive summary. Next is assumption. Assumption covers, listen, the life cycle of organization as well as the position of the organization in the economy, in the market, or in the industry. Assumptions is the life cycle of the company you are analyzing and the position in the industry or in the market. For example, I want to analyze Dangote Cement among its competitors. What is the life cycle of Dangote? You all know what a life cycle is. Is Dangote Cement, I'm not saying Dangote Refinery, is Dangote Cement at its R&D life cycle? Is it at the introduction life cycle? Is it at the growing, maturity, declining, or withdrawal stage? Then what is its position in the market? Is it the market leader? Is it the challenger or the nicher? This needs to be identified in every case. Some case, you will not be given the position. Where you are not given, pian, let it go. Where it is given, pshum, let it fly. After that, requirement 1, the title of your requirement 1 or the heading of your requirement 1. What did your requirement 1 want to solve? Then give us 2 findings. That's how I say findings 2. 2 findings, 4 conclusions, and 4 recommendations. Your requirement 1, 2 findings, 4 conclusions, 4 recommendations. Executive summary. Aren't you willing to know what an executive summary is? You should ask me. Executive summary is the summary of your whole report. Executive summary is the summary of your whole report. The keynote of the whole report is what I call the summary of your whole report. It's not going to address the whole report, but it's going to address the keynote in your report. Revenue is growing. That is the keynote. Well, working capital management, that is keynote. Not that the revenue is not growing because HR4 is not doing well in the class. No. The revenue is growing or not growing. That is the keynote. Then requirement 2, 2 findings, 4 conclusion, 4 recommendation. After that, limitation. Limitation is what are the things that could not enable you to do more in your report. I always call this default in every report. My dear, it is getting tougher bit by bit. Prepare ahead. You are going to write and your hand will feel it. I will not deceive you from day one. After that, we move to the third step or third stage, introduction. For the introduction, you will start with terms of reference. You have to reference the information in the report. We are coming there. After that, you repeat your aims of report as you have it under executive summary, method of analysis as you have it under executive summary, then your report outlines. What is your report outlines? How are you structuring your report? That's what we call report outline. If you look at what do we call it? If you pick any text, you'll be seeing the report outline in that text. What is report outline? Report outline is what we normally call table of content. Yes, I remember. Something that looks like table of content. But here, you are not going to be putting the page number. You know, in table of content, if you say introduction, you say page 1. Chapter 1, you put page 5. Here, you are not going to be doing that. It is just a structure of, it is just identification of how you want to structure your report. That's what we call report. Outline is what we call it. When we say outline, just mention. Outline, just point out. That's what outline means. You are not to explain. It is to what? Just to mention, to write out. What is your report outline? After that, background information of the company you are analyzing. And for the background information, you are just to give a key intro that will familiarize the examiner to the organization you are analyzing. And for every background information, you will start with the industry that the company operates. You start with what? Industry that the company operates. Then, date of establishment were given. Then, the advantages of the company in the economy, and you end it with the problems in the economy. Which are the key challenges that is affecting the company within the industry or the economy. Yes, Chukwuka, it looks like we're writing a project. What did we call it before? Now, project now. You don't know now. Okay. Chukwuka will not keep me here today. Are we doing all this in the exam after calculation? Yes. Remember what I said? That is the question for Mary. I said you will write and your hand will feel it. But please, we are yet to start. Don't conclude yet. It is very interesting. Oh my goodness. Let me finish. I will tell you the essence and the advantage of this. Okay. After the background information, then you will do scope and limitation. Scope and limitation is also the same thing as the limitation you have under your executive summary. Now, to my SQ boxes. 4 is requirement 1. 5 is requirement 2. Each of the requirements is having how many skill boxes? Who remember?
8.
Each of the requirements is having how many skill boxes? 8 skill boxes. The 8 skill boxes, thank you, Kelechi too. The 8 skill boxes, I have actually used an acronym. I call it a mnemonic. If you know me, you know, say, I love coding. I don't know why I'm not in the coder tech. Okay, the code is what I call mnemonic. Code that I use for it is DPAISECR for each of the SQ boxes. I can call it the base credits. In that order, don't rearrange you. Don't use it to go and form your own name. Leave it in that order because it is in that order that you need it, the base credit. D, for each of the requirements, stand for data and information. P for professional tools. A for analytical skills. I for issues and options. S for skepticism and ethics. E for evaluative skills. C for conclusion. And R for recommendation. Are we together? If the answer is yes, let's move ahead. Okay. Case study is never a play. Your view that you think this one is just a written stuff. I'm just coming to come and do play. No. And I can confirm that to you that the emergence of case study will always assist your other courses that you are writing. I normally tell people, permit me to tell you this now. If you are writing 2 papers and case study is not part of it, you are deceiving yourself. Go and add case study to become 3 paper, because case study is not what you prepare for separately. Yes, no preparation is required than understanding, application, and present. If they are writing 3 paper and case study is not part of the 3, go and add case study to you to be 4 paper, because it's not what you prepare for separately. If you want to write 4, carry forward case study. Why deceiving yourself? Go and bring that case study and add it to it, because case study is not what you write separately. If you are writing 1 paper and case study is not there, you are wrong. Go and bring the case study and write it to it. However, it is not always advisable to write case study alone, except it's the only paper that remains for your qualification. Take note of that. Why you want to write case study and you are leaving SFM? Abba now. Don't ridicule yourself. Why are you limiting yourself? Go and bring that SFM and combine it with case study. Go and bring that SBR, combine it with case study. Go and bring that audit, combine it with case study. Are you not going to be writing a report in your audit? Go and bring that taxation, combine it. I'm not going to be writing it there. Case study is not what you prepare for separately, my dear. Only what case study require is understand each discussion, every discussion in the class, and you will write and your hand will feel it. I won't deceive you. I don't know how to deceive. I won't deceive you. You will write, your hand will feel it. Just prepare your mind to write. Okay. I am going to be explaining each of the SQ boxes, but permit me to do that when we get there to our report writing, where it will be more fun and entertaining during the course of explanation. The last step or stage in the case study report is appendixes. My dear all, in case study, we have basically 3 types of analysis in a case. In all cases, there are 3 appendixes, there are 3 analyses that we have. 1, financial. 2, business. 3, data analysis. Your requirement 1 is always and has proven to be financial analysis and any of business analysis or data analysis or the combination of the 2. And your requirement 1 can be either financial analysis and any of business analysis or data analysis or the combination of the 2. I will remind you this when we get to go practical. And your requirement 2 will be either data analysis or business analysis or the combination of the 2. Take note. Your requirement 2 will be any of data analysis or business analysis or the combination of the 2. I will say that. Let's look at the numbers of pages that we shall be having during the course of report writing. Maximum page we shall be having. When I say maximum, it does not mean it covers everything. It means in worst case scenario, the maximum paper you'll be using. Cover page, we take your page 1. Take note of that. And it will not exceed 1 page. Executive summary, we take page 2 and 3. And it should not exceed 2 pages. Page 2, page 3, that's 2 pages. Executive summary is a summary. You are not writing report. It should be 1 full page plus either 3 lines or half of the page 3. You should not exhaust the whole page 3, let alone that you will now be going to the page 4. I don't want to know how big your handwriting is. It should not exceed page 3. Hence, reason you will need to practice report writing with me. Introduction, we take 2 pages as well, page 4 and 5. It should not exceed 2 pages. Requirement 1, we take, I always use 6 to 11 because of those that have big handwriting. 6 to 11. If your handwriting is small, you can use 6 to 10. You can use 6 to 9, so be it. But I will tell you why we have used 11. That is for those that are having big handwriting. Requirement 2, we take page 12 to 19. Please, somebody should munch this for us and put it on the platform. Munch it and put it on the platform. Wait, let's conclude the appendix. Requirement 2, we take page 12 to 19. Marks. I don't want to know how big your handwriting is. And appendixes will start from page 20 to wherever the appendix take you to. Yes, page 20. It can be 20 to 22. It can be 20 to 21. Don't be scared. It is fun. Don't be scared. It is what? Fun. So the maximum pages we shall be using will not exceed 22, 23. Let's say 22 because of the appendixes, depending on the data you are given. At the end of each point, you are expected to leave a space. When you are writing your report, at the end of each point, you are expected to leave a line spacing. Okay, this we are going to demonstrate during the course of our class. Relax, relax, okay? Relax, everybody. Assignment 1. As much as I love you not to give you, not to bother you, as much as I do not love you to not giving you assignment. And please, I might have been playing, but this time you won't see me play with my assignments. And I have all the right and authority to yank you off from the class for not complying with my instruction. Go and ask anybody. Take my case to IFRS court. They will never win me because I have evidence, both in record and in writing. In case you don't know, I'm a law by profession. That's why I'm a forensic accountant. You don't know that I've done business law, I've done corporate law. You now win me in the court. I still have financial law on my head. So how will you win me in court? Me and lawyer will normally fight it well. Assignment 1. Download all Pathfinder. I didn't ask you to send to me. Download Pathfinders. I'm writing it down because we want to, from November 2019 to May 2025. I promise to send May 2025 to the platform, right? I will. 2. Get new higher education notes. I call it assignment. So I will not say, I don't know. Ignorance is not part of the law. Yes. Get new higher notes, higher education notes, higher notes for case study. Only. I didn't say you should combine it with SFM, SBI, whatever attacks AAL. For case study, yes, it's part of my assignment. For case study, get higher education notes. Now, yes, higher education notes, can you see me? Higher education note is like this. You can't see me, pay me. I don't take A4. I don't take A4. If you go and use your office A4 paper to write for me, you will see the new me. Now, the main assignment. Main assignment. Okay. It is the higher education you'll be using for my class and my assignment, solely for case study. Okay. So, the main assignment is, how do I normally put it? Yes. Oh, why is this English failing me? The main assignment is to represent my case study report structure. Case study report structure. So this report structure you are seeing, starting from this report down to how I put it, I want to see it in your higher education note, then submit in a single PDF file. That is my assignment 1 for you. Don't write courtesy of employer Maito. Don't write this one. No. When you are writing it, it is now you. So don't write this one. Okay. Just start from this report. Where I have this report in this cycle. If you like, draw the diagram. If you don't start to draw, shall do it the way I've done it. That is my real assignment. Sir? I only say present. You have to also master it. Master and represent case study report structure. You have to master it. Whether you are going to swallow it, so be it. Shall know it. Higher education note, you know where to write today's note in. I don't have higher education note, know where to write today. Go and get it. That's why I call it assignment. Don't add page number yet. Don't write page number. Okay? Yes. Okay. You can also add the page number. That's why I asked that somebody should munch it for me and send it to the platform. Oh yeah, now munch and send. This is what I want to see. The pagination, the page numbering, will let you be remembering each page that will be writing those subheadings. Because those things I call 6 steps are also your subheadings in case. Sorry, are also your headings. It's heading, not subheading. Are also your headings in your report. So somebody should please munch it and send it to the platform. Thanks so much for that. Okay, I will say that. I wouldn't just let us go like that without us getting to the lesson 2, because in this diet, I have enough report that I really want to write with you. Any questions so far on what we have done? Let me take questions.
Yes,
you
I
can
have a
signify by
question.
using your hand. Okay, who is signifying? Chamaka, you have the floor. Talk to me.
Yes, so okay, so I'm guessing that case study, I've never written it before, but I'm guessing case study is just one question that you have to do all this, or is it like 2 questions that you choose one? Just one question, one long question, and one long scenario or case study they give to you. That's it, right? That's how the ICAN question is, right?
No.
Hello?
And yes. Case study is in form of requirements. Requirement is the question that the examiner wants you to address. Just like when we are doing FR and PM, they ask you that calculate, let's say in performance management, they will say calculate the optimal production plan, right? Yeah. They will just ask you to address requirement 1 and requirement 2. In order to address it, this is the step to follow. Do we get that? When we get to the report writing, we are going to see how we are going to do it. However, I have structured the essential notes in a manner that we really address everything, a step at a time. However, where we are going now, when we get to the lesson 3, this is how I normally have it. When we get to the lesson 3, that is where we are going to start report writing. You will see that after lesson 3, my lesson 4 is introduction to report writing. That is how we are going to start. And why we'll be doing much this time is because we will also be covering every aspect that we have in this report writing. Okay, so Chiamaka, that is how it is. By the time we get to the report writing, you will see how it is. Let me quickly check whether I have one case.
No,
so
I have another question.
Hold on. Yes, please hold on. Hold on, Chiamaka. Your question is not well answered now. Is that not? You also want to see how it is.
Yes.
Are you not willing to see how it is?
Yes, yes, I want to see it.
So this is how it is. For example, this is May 2024. This is your first time of case study. This is how it will be given. Everything that we shall be doing, this is what we'll be using. And if you look at it, this is pre-seen. Remember that I mentioned that since ICAN partner with ICAN, instead of saying like England and Wales, they have now extended the numbers of pages from 15 by adding 12 to it to be 27, in which pre-seen will be given 2 weeks to the exam. So 2 weeks to the exam, they normally give pre-seen. This pre-seen, you will see that, let's read everybody, okay? They said, this material is issued prior to the examination date to enable candidates familiarize themselves with case scenario so as to undertake any research and what? Analysis they think fit. And this pre-seen is part of the case study examination paper that will be given to you on the exam date. But this is not the only one. You will still see the unseen. Pre-seen, we give it to you to see it before the exam. Unseen, what you've not seen before that will just be seen in the exam date. Now, the pre-seen will not address. We are coming. We will cover everything. Let's go to the unseen. You see that here we have unseen. That is the one that will be shown to you, that will be seen for the first time in the exam hall. The one you'll be seeing first time in the exam hall. That's how we call it unseen. Okay? Yes. Okay. So for the unseen, that is where you are going to find your case requirement. Now, let me show you. The first exhibit of the unseen. Now, I'm going to tell you where to find this case. They said requirement 1, evaluation of the financial statement using the specified ratio. This is requirement 1. You see that 1, 2. Requirement 2, evaluation of the viability of proposed introduction of diabetic chocolate into the market. So this is how the report, this is how the case question looks like. I hope that answers your question. Yeah, your second question, as mentioned, Chiamaka.
Yes, okay. And then the assignments, are we supposed to draw this entire thing?
Sure.
Like exactly how you wrote it here in our book, and then take a picture.
And master it. After mastering, you now send to me in PDF. Yes, okay. Now. How will I know whether you do it or not? How will I know that you master it or not without you sending it to me?
Okay.
Yes, yes. Is that taking? Thank you so much for that. Let me answer another question. I'm answering the question that's come. Yes. Kenneth.
Yes, sir.
Kenneth, you have the floor.
Hello, sir.
Before going to Esther,
yes,
Esther also asked question on the platform. Kenneth, you have the floor.
Okay, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. This is my question. Why and how are you going to put the executive summary before other headlines? Because for me, I think that for you to summarize a work, you actually go through the work, you write it down, and then put it at end, the summary. But why are we having the executive summary before any other one? That's my question, sir.
Thank you so much. Because we would have already had the pre-seen before the unseen. And as a result, everything that we really want to write in the case, we would have already have direction. What is the direction? We would have performed the analysis before writing the report. As a result, that is what we'll be using for our executive summary. The main report is actually in requirement 1 and requirement 2. That is why if you look at the executive summary, you will see that requirement 1 comes after assumption. And aims of the report, method of analysis, assumption does not require any analysis. So we would have done the analysis, quickly do the executive summary before we now use it to write the main report. In the main report entails a detailed information about the case, while the executive summary are just the keynotes of the case. Okay, thanks so much for that. However, this we shall be demonstrating when we get to report writing. Okay, thank you. Please hold on. I have a question on the chat. Kay says that I don't have higher notes. Nowhere to write today's note. You can write today's note in anywhere. I'm not asking you to be writing the notes inside your higher education. If you be writing anything, if you be writing the jotter inside the higher education, let it be the back page. Don't write it from the front page. What I want to see in your front page is a cover note. And when we get to the report writing, I will tell you what I want to be seeing. Now me get the note, to no be you. You are just the one that is buying it for me, and you will be the one to be filling it for me. It does not belong to you. If you write your name there and I catch you, Jesus Christ, Oluwa, Amen. I will show you Shege. Okay.
Amen.
Yes. Sarah, do we add page number? Yes. If Esther said, please, is the assignment to draw the diagram in the book? Yes, draw it. Ada say, do we send the group or to me? See, I am bad. Okay? When I say I'm bad, I don't always see chat because I have over 1 million chat. I'm sorry. No be pride. No be my fault. That chat, I'm in class now. Countless chat has entered my DM. I wouldn't see. Drop it on the chat box. That's why I really want to see it. Okay? If you know me, I'm overactive on the platform than DM. If you are dropping anything for me on DM, flash me with WhatsApp. I will see it. Okay? Just I may be lucky that I'm seeing the chat as it's dropping, but please use the group. I'm 100% active on the group. Kenneth, sir, you mentioned that we have 2 requirements in case study. Yes, but sometimes the requirement may be more than answering the question. No, examiner created confusion in those questions, and I was able to, and it's what you can easily merge to 2. That occurred in November 2024. No, May 2025. Yes, it should be in November 2024. Let me see. Do I have November 2024 Pathfinder? Yeah. How go? How am I going to see it? I don't think I have it here. Oh my goodness. I have my Pathfinder here. Hold on. Pathfinder. My Pathfinder is here, but I'm not sure that I have. I'm not sure that I really have. Do I? November 2024. Sorry, November 2024 is not here. I didn't save it here. I have May 2024 here. I didn't save November 2024. However, when we get there, you will see that it is still 2 requirements. I'm going to show you. Thank you so much for that, Kenneth. Please keep me informed in case I really want to forget. It is actually November 2024. The 3rd requirement that they put there is what's supposed to be factored into part of the requirement 2. It's supposed to be in addition. Please use this. That's what they want to say. Okay, and the examiner even mentioned that. If you check, how do we take care of this now? That's answered. Mary, please, my network is breaking. What do we do in PDF? That is the assignment given to you. Report structure. Represent it the way it is given to you and submit in PDF. Adio, executive summary before the main report, because some board member don't have, God bless you, yes. The board member don't even go through the report, but they want to see the executive summary. That is why executive summary always comes first in anything. Go and look at your audit report writing, executive summary first. They just want to see the keynotes. That is what the board go through. The board don't go through the main requirement. It's the management that have time to be going through the main requirement. Thank you so much, Adio. That is a knowledge added. God bless you. Adio, you can help us with the Pathfinder since you have it already. Ekogo, I don't do that. Okay? I don't spoon feed people. I show you, and you have to do it. Okay? You don't know that you are more than me. You have to surpass me in everything. That's why I'm your key driver. I'm poor unto you if you cannot surpass me. Who I be? Where you know if you surpass me? Surpass me. Okay? Don't let me give you what I have because you have the best at your disposal. Any other question? Adedoyin, you have the floor. Give it to us. Adedoyin.
Okay, well done, sir. Sir, please, I want to ask. Normally, after the class, you are supposed to share the notes. As in, what I meant is the notes you just worked on. Those ones that we have your handwriting on. You're supposed to share it to the group. Is that the normal thing? Aside the apart from the fact that you gave us
Is this after the class or before the class?
No, after the class, I meant. After this class. Is that the normal thing that you're supposed to share this note with us? No, but maybe because you gave us assignment now, you that's why you're not sharing it. I just want to know. So I'll prepare my mind.
No. I'm supposed to share the class solution to you after the class. Why the lecture note supposed to have been shared before the class? Okay. Yes, let's get that right. The class solution.
Okay, I mean, the class material. You're giving us assignments now. You're not sharing it.
No, I've shared that. I've shared that earlier on. If you check the platform, what do they call pin? That's even what I pin on the platform.
Okay, sir.
Okay. However, I have reshared now for the sake of those that are just joining. I've reshared.
Okay, but you will not share this note. That's what I'm asking, sir. This just note. Concluded. You're not going to share it to us.
No, I have shared the note. What I've written there, I've asked them to munch it, and they've done that. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
If I share this, it will be annotated note.
Okay.
You get it? But I will not annonate. I will rather ask them to do asking. Why not annotating is...
Okay.
This is not just a lecture notes. It goes beyond the classroom.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks so much for that. Any other question? Wait, as people are giving it to me, I am also responding. Sunday said, you did not give us today's lecture material. It has been shared again. There were also 4 requirements in May 2025. Yes. It is just 2 requirements and not 4 requirements, Esther. What the examiner usually do is to bombard everything so that it will not look like 4 stuff. It is never 4. It is 2 requirements. Okay. Like I said, we are writing more report this time because I can see the dimensions that the examiner are going. And you need to also be equipped. We have said it. We've said it countless times. We've said it countless times. If you are not examined to talk, don't unmute your mic. And after talking, mute your mic. Okay? I love the class to be interactive. As you are giving it to me, as I'm collecting it, I like it like that. Do you want only me to be talking while you be looking? So please, let's be professional. Okay? You know I love you, but I can be the person you will hate most now. All right? So let's continue, everybody. So they are not, see, all these questions that they are asking, oh my God. Okay, it's because I actually deleted the WhatsApp here. Otherwise, can somebody quickly share with us? I would have loved to answer May 2025. But don't worry, we are coming there. Do not worry, we are coming there. When we get there, you are going to see it, okay? Somebody has already dropped 2025 Pathfinder. Some has also dropped a combined Pathfinder from 2014 to 2024. It's very okay, but I can confirm to you that I don't like all this combined one. Do you know why? During the course of the class, if I open 2020, let's say I open 2019, and the next one I want to pick 2020, you will keep scrolling, 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 scrolling before you get there. However, the combined is okay. You can have it in two. I like the individual one, and I also do combined one. I'm coming. I want to see if I can just also send you May 2025. You know that Pathfinder is not out, but I have the question that is being done. Okay, hold on, everybody. Okay, that is what case study is all about. It's all about discussion and open everything. Nothing should be hidden. I have it. Yeah, nothing should be hidden. And like I said, I've already solicited. Just ensure you really understand what we are doing. And if you don't, please ask me. If you check your platform, we have 25 pages now. Has it dropped? Am I getting a yes answer for that or no answer? 2025 is on the GC. Okay, 2025 is on the group. Which one is GC? I don't keep it now. Chiamaka, I don't understand abbreviation, no. And hey, everybody. Yes. Okay. Everybody going forward. You are a professional. Do no. Okay. ICAN has released 2025 already. Is that what you are telling me? Can
Yes,
I get?
sir. I downloaded it and sent it to the group chat.
Oh, so they released 2025 Pathfinder. You are not updated. You are not updated. Don't mind me, sorry. So soon. It's so soon. I don't know they've released it too. Thanks so much for that. I've seen it. I don't even know they've released actually. Okay. So in our next class, is it next class? Yes. In our next class, we will be doing requirement planning. Then you will see how we break down everything. Then you'll be able to see types of requirements that we have. Okay. Do we get that? So in next class, we have to prepare. Adedoyin, do you still have any question because you are still raising your hand? Adedoyin?
No, sir, you have answered. No,
Okay,
you have
thanks so
answered.
much. Now,
Okay,
everybody, before we actually draw the curtain, let's introduce ourselves to another thing because this time we are not playing. Don't sleep on it. Let's go to our lesson 2. Let's go to our chapter 2, which is ultimately my lesson 2. So I want you to know that we are moving faster than expected. Okay? We are moving faster than expected. Okay, so let's go to lesson 2. Lesson 2 is types of report and requirement planning. However, I wouldn't rush you. As I said earlier, let's do types of report. Requirement planning shall be postponed. Okay, while you're watching the video, note that part of lesson 2 is types of report. Now, our practical start. My dear all, basically, in ICAN case study, we have 2 types of reports, as mentioned earlier, internal report and external reports. Okay, what am I hiding, sir? Internal report and external reports. However, based on ICAN experience, majority of the past ICAN exam are actually external reports. On the scale of 100, 70, 30, external having the highest. First, what is internal report? Internal report is a report that is prepared by a staff of an organization or a department in an organization in which the users of that report is also within the same organization. Take note of that. So I will say that internal report is where the users and preparer are in the same organization. Take note. Internal report is where users and preparer are in the same organization. An internal report is always in the format of memo. I didn't say you have to write memo. I said this report is usually presented in memorandum format. That's what I said. I didn't say you should write internal memo. And then it includes relevant disclaimer in the cover page. It includes what? Relevant disclaimer in the cover page. Example. You are John Adepoju. You are John Adepoju. You are John Adepoju, a final year trainee chartered accountant working as manager finance at the Secretariat of SYLLABUS. Sorry, can you hear me? You are John Adepoju, a final year trainee chartered accountant working as manager finance at the Secretariat of Chartered Institute of Business Advisor, SYLLABUS. You report to Frank Eboka. Let's open everything. The finance and account director. And you receive an email from Frank Eboka to prepare a report to be submitted to the Council of SYLLABUS. Attention, everybody. Attention, everybody. Who prepared the report from the scenario we have painted now? Who prepared the report? Who prepared the report?
John Adepoju.
Adepoju.
I forgot to tell you something. Who authorized Adepoju?
Siba.
His boss.
Sorry, Frank Ebuka.
Frank Ebuka.
Who authorized Adepoju? Check.
Frank
Frank
Ebuka.
Eboka.
Frank Eboka. Who is Frank to Adepoju? Who is
boss?
Frank to Adepoju?
It's
His
boss.
boss?
Was line manager.
Is that not? Is it not his boss? And your manager is your boss now. Abi? And who does Adepoju report to? When you have someone you are reporting to, it means you have a boss. Is that not? I am coming. Who is the users?
Council of SYLLABUS.
The board of directors.
Who is the user of the report?
Siba.
The Council of SYLLABUS.
The Council of
Who
SYLLABUS.
is SYLLABUS? Council of SYLLABUS. Oh, I missed something. Who is your employer?
Siba.
Your employer is who? SYLLABUS. Now, before I come back to this, there's something that I actually left out. One, in a case you are expected to get your name and where you are working, as ICAN is going to give you a name and employer. In a case you are expected to forget your name, as ICAN is going to give you name and employer. In this case, they said you are John Adepoju. You are not Yamaka. You are not Sunday. You are not Jumoke. You are not Kenneth. Okay? You are not Ejiofor. You are not KMD. You are not Chukwuka. I'm not your mate. All of us are John Adepoju. Are you not a final year candidate? You are. But I'm not a trainee, but I can say now you are working as a training manager. And they've given you a new company, SYLLABUS. That's employer. When you have a boss in a report, appear in the report but the name of your boss. Has your boss ever given you a task to do, which is given to him by the director, and you go there to present or put your name as the person that write the report? Has there been anyone? Has there been anyone? If your boss asks you to write the report, will you put your name as the person that do it? The answer is no. The answer is no. Reason that is no is because nobody knows you there. They only know the person they've given the task to. Let's use external consultants, audit firm. If clients want to communicate, will they communicate to you or to your manager, which is your boss? They will communicate to your boss except you are a managing partner. And when you are presenting, you will only give it to your boss. It is your boss that is going to write them. Except in a meeting, your boss recognizes you to present the report. Even while presenting, you will not say you are the one that do it. It will be signed by your manager. Have you signed audit report before when you are not a manager? No. If you are not signing reports, are you not the one that do it? Are you not the one that even lead the engagement? Are you not the one that do the revenue payroll and everything and prepare the full account? Why are you not signing the audit report? It's because you have a boss. In an organization, if the board of directors has asked the CFO to prepare a report and you are the accountant, you are even the senior accountant, and they have the CFO to prepare, is it the CFO that is going to prepare SOCI, balance sheet, and the rest? No, it is you, senior accountant now. But in the submitted to the boss, will you put your name? No, but the CFO. So when you have a boss, your name will not appear in the report, but the name of your boss. Take home for today. In every report, when you see that you report to someone, that means you have a boss. And your name will not appear in the report, but the name of your boss. Now, let's come back to this case. Who is your employer? SYLLABUS. Who is the users of the financial? Who is the users of the report? No response. Are we together?
The user is Council of SYLLABUS.
Board member. Yeah, board members.
So is the users and the preparer in the same organization?
Yes.
If the answer is yes, what type of report is that?
Internal reports.
Internal
reports. Sunday Ajayi, this thing is coming late. Your chat. Let's check example 2. You are Joseph Chima, a final year trainee chartered accountant that is working as a financial analyst at the head office of Oga Specialist Hospital. I'm not writing down. No. You report to Deborah Iwalola, finance director. You have received a correspondence from your boss asking you to work on an assignment recently given by the board of directors of Oga Specialist Hospital. What type of report is this? Hold on.
Internal reports.
Hold on. Hold on. Don't let it be shocking you yet. Okay. This is my own. I'm showing you already now. You see internal report. You will do your own. This is what I've done. Who are you from this report? I want a
Joseph
random answer. Who are you?
Joseph Chima.
Do you have a
Joseph
boss?
Yes.
Yes.
You report to who?
Deborah
Iwalola.
Who? Deborah Iwalola. Who is the users of the report?
The board of directors
Board of
of
directors.
Oga
Board of Directors, Oga.
The users and the preparer, are they not in the same organization?
Yes,
Yes.
they are.
Yeah.
If they are, what types of report is that?
Internal report.
Do you now understand what an internal report is?
Yes.
If the answer is yes, let's go to the second one. External report, which happens to be the opposite of internal report. Are we set?
Yes.
Practical don't start you, but this one is still my note. You. We will go outside the notes now. External is just the opposite of internal. Sorry, please. I have many assistant lecturer in the house. External report. External report is just the opposite of internal reports. But what basically distinguishes external from internal is the use of the word clients. However, external report is a report where the users and the preparer are not in the same organization. However, there's ambiguity in recognizing external reports in most cases. Where the preparer are in the same organization, but not in the same department, it can be regarded as external report. As a such, any report for a sister company, for not the same department, for interdepartmental, for associate, are regarded as external reports. For example, reports from finance department to HR department of the same organization is regarded as external report and not internal. It's the same company, but we can still regard it as external. We can regard it as external. Now, let me ask you. Finance. Finance. Can you tell your friend in HR how much you are earning being the CFO? Can you?
No.
Can you tell your friend in IT?
No.
The cash flow that you have done and the impact of the cash flow on the company? Can you discuss it with your friend in IT department?
No.
Can you discuss it with the senior accountant in your department?
Yes.
If the answer is yes and no for IT, is IT an external person? Are you not working in the same organization? But why no? Because if you do, you have divulged your company information. Is that not? So are we not treating it as, are we not treating it as external report? Yes, we are. Can you tell your sister company everything that is happening in the main company? No, they will call it divergence of information. You can be sued for that. That's incompetency. Thank you. That is why we can thank you, everybody. Sunday. No. That is why we can regard them as external reports. However, for the sake of simplicity, in a case study report exam, anything within the same organization, treat it internal. While everything outside the organization, take it external. Thank you, Adio. Oath of secrecy. Yes. That is why somebody attended an interview. That's why somebody attended an interview. And you're okay, sorry. They do performance appraisal for you, and they appraise you lower because your predecessor, you're not asking him, what is my grade for the performance appraisal? Who's coming low? If that person tell you, and you use it against the person, I go. That HR is a gunner already without being an Arsenal fan. Because why will you divulge HR secret? What was done within to an external person? That's what they will tell you. You can collect their budget. You can submit your budget. They must not know what is happening within the department, except it's a member of the same department. In fact, member of the same department, they hide information, let alone a person that's not a member of the same department. You hear that CFO cannot even tell intern, cannot even give salary. Senior accountant cannot give intern the payroll. Why now? Because they didn't regard him as part of the distinct. Okay? This is in the broader way. This is how we treat report. But for ICAN's sake, treat anything external as external, anything that is outside the organization, external, anything within the organization, treat it as internal. Otherwise, you are going to be creating confusion for yourself. I hope that is taken. Now, let's take example. Okay? You are done, Kabir. Writing the professional level of ICAN examination. You are employed as trainee consultant by Techno Consulting Services, and you report to Michael Chukuma, partner in charge of hospitality group within the firm. You have to prepare a draft report to Michael Chukuma, hospitality group of your firm, based on the request of a client company as set out in the email from Deborah Brown to your boss. Same question. Who are you in this report?
Dan Kabir.
Who do you have a boss?
Yes. Yeah.
Who is your boss?
Michael Chukuma.
Michael Chukua.
Who is the users of the reports?
Deborah Brown.
Technical Consulting Service.
Who is the user?
Deborah Brown.
Deborah Brown.
Who is Deborah Brown?
Client of the company.
Client of
That
the
is what
company.
I want. It's just a word, a client. When you have a client, what type of report is that?
External reports.
That's it. At times, we will not be able to differentiate between internal and external, especially where the name of the company is not mentioned. But by the use of the word client, it has already underlined it that it is an external report. Got it? If the answer is yes, let's move to the next one. Are we there? Yeah, Mario Balotelli.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, Mario Balotelli, a partly qualified chartered accountant that is sitting for the professional level of ICAN. You are currently employed by Deolu and Co. Chartered Accountant. And you have to prepare a draft report to Tinuke Abubakar, Director, Business Advisory Unit of your firm, based on the request of a client company as set out in the email from Enam, Biyang, Bishop, SST, EFA, MBA, FCA, CSO, MSO, DOS to your boss. What type of report is that?
External report.
Why?
External reports.
Why?
External reports.
Because
why?
You're
Simple
drafting a
why?
report
This is based on
Because
from a
it's
client.
been prepared
from your unit to the
it's a request from a
advisory unit
client.
of your firm at the request of
Because
the
the use of the word client.
client.
Lie for yourself. Okay, now everybody, let's go practical because everything that we have done is just theoretical based on what I have for you in the notes. How will you know whether I am actually lying or not? Shall we? Let us play together. Are we ready to play? Are we ready to play? Hi, why is everybody silent like silent too? Are we ready for play?
Yes.
If you don't want to play, we can find two. Are we ready to play? Yeah, let us play.
Yes.
I go, where's my November 2019? That is where I'd like to start my play for. Okay, if you can see the board, everybody, yeah, let us play together. Mute your mic while we are playing. Page 1-4 should be 145 or 143. Yeah. Now, who is that? Somebody mic is doing kyang. Thank you so much. I like it when you correct yourself immediately. Shall we? Now let's go. This is November 2019. Be looking at how I am going to be picking the report. So that by the time I gave you assignment, because this is my assignment 2, you think you can escape from me? No. I will only do for that Christmas for you. Yes, you will see the case requirement in Exhibit 1, but you can't see it in Exhibit 1. You go to Unseen. That's where you are going to see the case requirement. However, we can also use the preseen to predict what will come in the unseen, but we are coming. When we get there, we are going to be discussing extensively on that. In order to answer the case requirement, you will go to the unseen part. You go to the what? Unseen part, and you will check case requirement. This is unseen. You can see that this is unseen. This is unseen. Oh yeah, under it, do you see case requirement? Oh yeah, pay attention and see how I am going to combine my case requirement because you'll be writing assignment on it. You are Chukura Ali. Okay. They like Chukura, in case you are seeing it. You are Chukura Ali, a final year trainee chartered accountant working in the Lagos office of Oluwole Ezefe and co-chartered accountant. One of your clients is Ditoy Farms and Farms Products Limited, a company which runs agricultural farms and distributes farm products in Ogun State, Nigeria. You report to James Oluwole, partner in charge of the business advisory client. You are required to prepare a report for the board of directors of Ditoy Farms and Farms Products. What types of report is this?
External.
You see that they said prepare a report to be addressed to the board of DFFP. This is where you pick the remaining one. Okay. You will start from case requirement and you will come and end it under please draft for my review. That is where you are going to be seeing the remaining one. So this report is what types of report?
External report.
He said it's external report. Randomly I'm picking. I'm not picking. Hey, mute your mic. You've answered. Mute. Thank you. I love you. Now, let's go to the next one. Case requirements. That's where you are going to find it. Okay, this is unseen already. Let's go to the case requirement and check it very well. That is where you are going to find the requirement to the case and in which you are going to provide the response to. So look. Everybody, look for it. Without seeing the case requirement, there's nothing you are going to do. But with the case requirement, you're actually good to go. This one don't want to have case requirement. I think they've already put it up there. Let's go. Let's check. We are there. We are there. You are John Adeshola. a professional level student of ICAN, working as a trainee in the firm of Osayeme Adelowo Chukura and co-chartered accountant. You report to Julius Idemudia, partner in charge of Hospitality Business Group. You are required to draft a report. To draft a report. You are required to draft a report to be submitted to the board of director of Spicy Confectionery Limited. What type of report is that?
External report.
Are we lost?
External.
Most
External
of the
report.
things that have chartered accountant, most of consultancy firm is external reports. Is that not?
Yes.
Let's go to another one, my dear. Oh, let's go. Are we going? Are you moving? Are you moving? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, this one don't want to open. It's going, it's coming, it's going, it's coming, it's going, it's coming. Let's wait for it. Benefit of merger. No. Okay, this is on sim part. We go to the case requirement. That's where you are going to find it. There's no other place for you to find the case requirement except that, even though we can actually use the requirement to predict, but that's just only prediction. We are there again. You are Thomas Chukwudi, a prospective ICAN chartered accountant working for Chikwelu Adedigba, Kamali and Co. You report to Dare Adedigba, the business advisory partner, and you have to prepare a report for the board of director of Dudley Cement PLC. What type of report is that?
External report.
External.
You are getting external now. You are smiling. Let's go again.
Sir, I want to ask a question. Is it ever all the time that you will see that case study requirements? That's heading case study requirements.
Part of it. Okay. Yes, in all cases we see it there every time, but we will be under unseen. You will not see it in pre-seen. You will see it in unseen. Take note. Take note. Take note as we move. Piam, we are there. You are required. You are Joseph Chima, a final year trainee chartered accountant working as a financial analyst at the head office of Oga Specialist Hospital. You report to Deborah Iwalola. What type of report is this?
Internal report.
Internal report.
We've done this now.
We don't do this before, no? Yes.
Yes, we've done this before.
Specialist.
Exactly. You got it right. For you to know that everything you see in your material is Pathfinder. Okay.
So
let's go. Are Mongolia. Bound for this one is gonna long. Okay. Let's do boom. Piam. You are still moving. Boom. Piam. Hold on. No, not yet there. Sorry, me and my keyboard, we are fighting because Chelsea and PSG, they want to battle it out. That's why me and my keyboard are fighting since yesterday. Now, let's go on scene. Then guys, be looking though, because I'm going to do assignment too. Don't let your eye be turning, On scene. Now, under on scene. Case requirements under the list of exhibits. You are, oh my goodness. You know the type of report this one is, right? What type of report is this?
External report.
External, Lele.
External.
Even without reading.
Even without reading. Okay, November 2023. Have you checked November 2023? This is Rice Project. Without reading, what type of report is this? Without reading. You are John Obegbe, writing the professional level of ICAN examination, working as a system and control accountant at the group head office of Adalat Product Nigeria Limited. You are reporting to James Olaitan, the group financial director, and you are required to prepare a report to be given to the board of directors of Adalat Product PLC. what types of reports is
Internal.
this?
Internal.
Internal
Internal
report.
report.
Inter Milan.
Internal.
It's internal because the preparer and the users are in the same organization.
Same organization.
Forget subsidiary and whatever. For the case for anything within the organization as internal and anything outside the organization as external. Oh, you are going to do for 2025. We've done 2024. I spare you that assignment. I spare you that. I spare you. Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Oh, yeah, which one should I take? Tinko. Let's do one more. We've done May 2022 now. May 2022 is BP fashion. Have we done March, July? March, July? No. For gas specialist of split 2 is May 2021. March, July. Okay. This is SIBA. You've done it. You've done SIBA now. Frankie Boka. You remember? My dear all, any questions so far? Let's do the curtain here. The next class, that is how we do our practical. Okay? That is how we are going to be doing our practical. In the next class, we are going to examine the requirement planning. So also go through the remaining notes. In our next class, we shall be going to requirement planning, where if you ask me the gateway to ICAN exam success, I will tell you is my lesson 2, types of report and requirement planning. That is the gateway. And this is my strength. Remember, my report structure is just my strength, but my requirement planning is the strength. By the time you understand what ICAN examiner wants you to do in the exam hall, the exam is done dusted. And that is what we shall be doing in our next class. Any questions so far? So good. Hello? Yes or no? Are we still together? I go. Thank you. Amusa, your question, bring it on.
Okay, mine is not actually a question. It's just to let you know that at least you have removed that garment of fear from case study. Because mere looking at this and it just shows that how good you are at it. I'm very, very grateful, at least to have done this for us. Very grateful, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, boss. I haven't done anything. I really want you to know that this is just the beginning. In fact, we are yet to begin. By the time we begun and begotten, you see that we have a lot to do. And like I said earlier, without a joke, we are doing a lot this diet. Reason, ICAN are now going extensively, and we need to match that ICAN energy and be a step ahead of them. That is what I want this diet. That is why I'll be combining lessons together. The only one that I will not combine, lesson 3, financial statement analysis, and it will take us 2 classes. Because from there, we've started our practical. And I want to assure that anything we are doing is Pathfinder. So please, we are writing Pathfinder. This diet, I normally start from November 2019. But this diet I'm looking at maybe starting from May 2024. Because I won't start from May 2025 in order not to scatter our brain. But I will announce the one I will start from. But I shall not start from November 2019 diet with us. So please, everybody. And I want you to note that there's actually need for us to determine the direct report line communication to the users of the report. That is what will actually assist us in identifying the types of report. At times, I may be the one that has to be the preparer and the one to be reporting to them directly. If such occur, I am also the preparer. That means I do not have a boss. Okay? Please, sir, we need to answer Pathfinders completely. Sure, Babande, we are doing that. I'm supposed to give you assignment to identify the types of reports. But why I penned it is because in the next class, you will identify the types of report and you will do the requirement planning. I'm assuming that the types of report has already been given to us as a bonus. So by doing the requirement planning, we have a lot to do therein. Next class, we will do requirement planning and we introduce ourselves straight up to one of the analyses. That is how we are going to flow this diet. Okay, thanks so much for that observation. Any other one? Okay, my dear, where there's no further observation, where there's no further question, I want to believe and assume that you now understand what a case study is all about. In our next class, this is how I love to flow. I am going to be asking us some questions based on what we have done today. And I am also going to be presenting for you to identify the types of reports before we eventually go to requirement planning. Please, when you are coming to my class, your writing material, your water bottle beside you. If you like, come with snacks, because we will be closing early and we will be closing late. I am not assuring you anyone, because me myself, I'm unpredictable, so I cannot even predict the class. But be rest assured that we are going to be maximizing our time in the class. And this time, have it at the back of your mind that you will work and your hand will feel it. And I am such a fellow. We will eat the snack together. God bless you, I do, yes. And I am not a fellow that listens to excuses. I believe that irrespective of how busy you are, you should also have time for yourself. If you are writing the 6 paper, it's achievable. If you are writing the 5 paper, rather, it's achievable. Don't think there's nothing you cannot achieve. You can achieve everything you set your mind to achieve. You are such a winner. And it is too early for you to be thinking, I should quit this. Let's be frank with ourselves. Let's be frank with ourselves. So please, everybody, buckle up and ready for the challenge ahead. I hereby wish you all a beneficial knowledge, good understanding, sound retentive memory, and best of luck in all your endeavor. Please do not let it end in the class. Ensure you practice what we have done, peruse the notes ahead of the class, use the Pathfinder judiciously as required, and I bet it with you that nothing can actually hinder your progress in all your paper and not just case study. Thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure for us to be in the same yard together. Till next week that we meet, keep writing case and keep analyzing report. Thank you and bye for now, everybody. I love you.
Please, can we have the report for this class?